what you go by musically?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome back to another version of Art Night of some sort. It's me, Amy Inc., and tonight I am here with the wonderful Austin Found. Hello, Austin. How are you?
Good.
Good. Just strumming away as usual. So thank you for having us over. Your space is really cool.
Yeah, it's not entirely my space, but for the next month it is.
Yeah. You're only here for a month?
Yeah, I just got a new job.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna be,
Far away?
yeah, I'm gonna be living out of hotels for like the next few
Oh
years.
my god, I did not know that. So that brings a whole new dimension to your music career aesthetic and whatnot.
Yeah, I've always kind of used engineering jobs to get the money for music.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you gotta have a side hustle or a main hustle, more likely. But so yeah, so can you kind of just give the viewers kind of a rundown on who you are, what you do, how we know each other, whatever comes to mind, that kind of thing. What kind of music you do?
Sure. My name's Austin. I used to play piano over the phone to girls I liked in elementary school, and then that turned into doing. I used to play lead guitar for a lot of different bands, and then I did the Navy, and I used the free college from the Navy to go to some music schools out in San Francisco, and I packed up a van full of instruments and drove out to San Francisco, and the van broke down, and then I got a U-Haul, and then I was there for 3 years in San Francisco learning how to produce. And on the way I came up with the name Austin Found because my friends always called me Lostin because I'd like go out to parties and disappear, make new friends.
Yeah.
But I like how my first name's spelled. It's spelled A-U-S-T-A-N, so I turned it into Austin Found. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So you're a solo musician, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the way that I do it, I incorporate a lot of people into every song. Has like multiple singers and instrumentalists and different producers, and then the visuals are like very collaborative, and take big teams to keep doing stuff.
For sure, and that's another, I think, a big part of what you do. From my perspective, it seems like the music video part is something that you take really seriously. They always are impeccable. So.
Yeah, I just like got pretty serious about it, and at first I didn't have a budget, so I would have to come up with an idea that didn't cost a lot of money, and that turned into like these ciphers where I would invite like a bunch of singers and rappers to a spot, record. And so I would like reach out to videographers, and I would send them like snapshots of all the artists and like convince them basically that it was an idea worth their time. And then I reached out to like all my friends and found out, oh, my buddy works at like this restaurant that's really cool and we can use it. Or my friend knows like the back of this bar that we can turn into like a poker room, or there's this roof, or there's this rooftop I know how to sneak on top of, and then it just like gradually grew, and like the last year's production that I did like was like a $5,000 budget, so I've worked with like no money and up to like several $1,000s.
A little chunk there, yeah. That's so sweet. So you just released another music video just recently. I was there for the debut. I'm honored to say, by the way, that night was amazing, and we'll talk about that in a second. But so when did you film that? Did you direct it yourself? Kind of give us a rundown on all that stuff.
Yeah, that song was just like me going crazy in quarantine. I was kind of on the rocks with this girl that I was seeing, so I was spending a lot of time in my apartment alone and just singing weird and just singing by myself till 3 in the morning, and then eventually I had this song, and then I couldn't even get like a makeup artist because everybody's freaked out due to COVID, so I had to like come up with an idea that I could do like without like anybody. And so I just like started surrounding myself with instruments, and I found this old player piano on Craigslist because I always like troll Craigslist for like antiques and stuff, and I found this 100-year-old crank piano that me and 4 of my buddies like carried up the stairs, and yeah, I worked with a videographer, Ray Squared, for it, and I mean, with everything, I try and get as specific as I can with the idea, and then the videographer has their own ideas, and then whoever I talk to in the couple weeks leading up to it might bounce some idea off me, and you know, the more I share about it leading up to the day, the more ideas I get, and then we kind of like figure it out from there. But in general, yeah, they're like always like my ideas.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like if you put it at the center of your life, great things happen, and things that need to be there are just attracted automatically to it, kind of, you know?
Yeah, and that's how the visuals kind of started, because for months, every single person I met was like, yeah, I'm trying to meet a videographer. Yeah, I'm trying to meet, and then all of a sudden, after like doing that for months and months, then I met several videographers.
Like all of a sudden, just pouring out of nowhere. I know. I mean, that's kind of like how I feel about our dynamic, honestly, which brings me to your birthday party the other night, or the other week, or whatever. That was so fun, and I was telling Diana actually that I'm like so grateful to you for asking me, because I think you, and obviously I met you at art night, I think, or through art night somehow.
Sadrak, yeah.
Yeah. And so we've like kept in touch and everything like that, but I had just been saying how much more music I wanted to get involved with, and I just didn't know where to look, and then you were like, here, I'm having a jam session, and I'm like, are you serious? And I was overwhelmed with the talent and stuff like that. So,
okay, yeah, because you reached out to me over Instagram about playing on your art night.
Oh, yeah.
And then because you reached out to me, it stuck in my mind. I was like, oh, I gotta reach out to Amy.
Yeah. Aw, that's cool. Karma's a good thing. We got visitor.
Might be my, yeah.
Hi, Auntie. Austin's on, ladies and gentlemen.
Hola.
Never mind.
Hey, what's up? Can we pause this? Can we briefly pause it?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?